Terror activities are on the rise in Jammu and Kashmir, specifically with the attacks whether at civilians and targeting Hindu civilians, Hindu devotees specifically, apart from armed forces, by Pakistan-sponsored, trained, equipped terrorists who are infiltrating into the Jammu region. This time, remember, after the Riyasi terror attack in Kashmir also, they tried to target the villagers, but it was alert villagers who managed to inform the authorities, and the terrorists then were neutralized by the forces. But there's been a fresh encounter that's broken out in Doda in the Jammu region. Visuals are coming in also of the injured cop, identified as Constable Farid Ahmed. He was posted with the specials group there of Jammu and Kashmir Police. It was a fierce exchange of fire between the two sides. It is still on. We are not going to put out a lot of logistical details. But police, meanwhile, has released sketches, 4 sketches, of these 4 suspected terrorists who are still believed to be in the upper reaches of Badarwa, Thatri and Gando areas in Jammu region. These are forest hilly terrains. It is for public awareness, and if there's any information whereabout, of course, there will be secrecy maintained of the one who informs, and 20 lakh rupees have been announced for those who will give whereabouts of these terrorists who are charging at the civilians and the armed forces. Joining me, India Today's Mir Farid for the latest on that. Farid, what is the situation right now? And because you've covered Kashmir extensively, how there has been comparative peace there, the focus shifting to the Jammu region, what is it looking like? What do you think is the security system action plan?
Absolutely, Pooja. In fact, Kashmir was a hot zone for quite some time, but post Article 370 abrogation and the kind of unseen, unprecedented iron hand approach against the terror ecosystem ensured that there is peace in Kashmir, stone pelting is over, terror-related incidents are at its lowest, new recruitments are not happening. So while this was happening in Kashmir, the militant outfits and the people who were handling them in POK decided that they will also do a tactical shift. From the last 3-4 years, it seems that they were doing their homework as far as Jammu side is concerned, making their ground assets. When I talk of ground assets, we talk of OGW networks, hideouts in forests, and everything that they need to get operational. It seems that they have managed to do that at multiple locations in different districts. And as you said, Jammu, a lot of many districts, in fact, are about difficult terrain, topography, jungles, cave formations, and they have ample space to make their hideouts, and it is an advantageous situation for them when it comes to jungle warfare. So that's exactly what is happening, and what they are doing right now is that from those hideouts, they're coming down into the built-up areas, civilian areas, carrying out a strike and then slipping back into the forest. So this is a very clever strategy, and in this case, I must say that the security agencies have definitely been caught on the wrong foot. While they were focused in Kashmir, somewhere they missed what's happening on the Jammu side, especially Chenab Valley and Pir Panchal side. And now they've got activated, and simply the fact that at one time they have managed to hit at least 3-4 locations tells you that these are multiple teams that are scattered, and they are very sophisticatedly armed. Another dimension to this is the Taliban, the weapons, American weapons that the Taliban got.
That's true. Sophisticated weapons, Farid, the training they have got, but perhaps they're also underestimating the Indian Armed Forces and the villagers of the Jammu region and how they will ensure they confront these terrorists as well. Farid will be tracking all the latest that's unfolding in Jammu and Kashmir, specifically with the Jammu region, which is on heightened alert this time.